So I may have just seen the best movie of the year this past weekend, and I hate to say it, but it's streaming on Netflix. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Train Dreams. All I can say is this movie got me going choo choo all day long. It crushed me. Then it revived me and made me see life in a whole new way. It stars Joel Edgerton as a logger during the early 20th century in the kind of like Pacific Northwest, like Idaho kind of. Felicity Jones co stars as his wife. William H. Macy also has a small part as a fellow woodsman. The film was directed by Clint Bentley, who also did the film Jockey. He co-wrote the script with Greg Quadier. They also co-wrote last year's Sing Sing, starring Coleman Domingo, which Quadier directed. Honestly, these two are building a track record as some of the most soulful filmmakers around. And Train Dreams, it is adapted from this novel by Dennis Johnson. I know a lot of people are kind of complaining about some of the changes that Bentley and Quadier did to the original source material. I haven't read the book, but from what I hear, they change it from being a bit more bitter and resentful to something more remorseful and spiritual. And I think that really works for the story it's trying to tell. This is not just about a time and place, but it's about how we connect as human beings. It's a big, big story told through this very small lens. And that's really my kind of shit, I gotta say. It reminds me of stuff like There Will Be Blood, Days of Heaven, massive, massive pieces of cinema that I think this kind of stands alongside of really well. I know a lot of people are criticizing it, not just for how it was adapted, but also that it kind of wears its influences on its sleeve, and maybe it's just nothing more than an homage. I don't think that's true. I think the specificity of the character that we're exploring really sets this one apart. I think this is one of those movies that kind of got into my bones and took me by surprise. Not just on an emotional level, it did make me cry for sure, but on a level that made me want to seek more out of life. It is very rare when a movie is able to do that, but Train Dreams succeeded, and it continues to stay with me. I continue to think about it. Make some time during this holiday season to check it out. You won't regret it. Train Dreams, Netflix. Who'd have thunk?